for you. So, this is a scenario. So say Reg runs video marketing workshops, because he does. How do you think he could use LinkedIn and your lead generation strategies to get people bums on seats? Because I think bums on seats is a big problem for anybody who runs an event.
Yeah, it's actually something that I find it's not easy to do, but quite straightforward to do. I just don't like organising events, because LinkedIn is a great way to invite people. And the reason that it may not work for some people is because they're either inviting the wrong people or they're writing the wrong thing when they contact them. And so it's always going to be easy to invite people along to an event if they know who you are and they know that you deliver value. It does become more of a challenge if they don't know that yet, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that you can't expect them to read a sales letter from you. You can't expect them to go to a website and read if they don't know who you are. So I always deliver something of value. I'll give you an example. The Entrepreneur Club in Melbourne interviewed me, this is 4 or 5 years ago now. And I said to the organiser, Dom, I said a week before the event, how many people we got coming? He goes, there'll be about 100 there. I said, how much can the venue hold? He said 300. I said, okay, let me see if I can do some lead generation on LinkedIn. And we ended up getting over 300 people. I can't remember how many it was exactly, but it was, the venue was packed. And people coming up to me saying, thanks for the invitation, people that I don't recognise, because we sent out thousands of messages to people in Melbourne that were connected with me and said, hey, why don't you come along to this thing? I'm being interviewed, there's going to be pizza and some beers, I'd love to invite you along as my guest. It was a free event. If it wasn't, I probably would have offered a promo code, but to get 210 odd people within a week of an event, in addition to the 100 that were already coming, was quite a good result. I said to the, I said at the start, before we get started, put your hand up if you're invited by me personally on LinkedIn, and over half the room put their hand up. And so that just demonstrates, the power of what's possible. I think, it's no question that the people that you want to come along to your event are there. It's just about approaching them in the right way.
It's almost the personal approach as opposed to it looking like a mass marketing approach. Because when you give people a flyer going, come to my event, you can tell if you do that approach on LinkedIn. Whereas if you actually reach out to that person and call them by name and that sort of stuff. So if Reg was running a workshop, so are you saying then he could offer a promo code to just his network of people he's almost handpicked that are warmer clients?
Yeah, I mean, if you had 10 of them that you could give away, who would you pick and why? And contact them and say, I would like to invite you because I think you would get a lot of value from it. Why don't you have one of my promo codes? I've only got a few. If you don't want it, let me know. Obviously you can invite as many people with a promo code as you like, but the important thing is that they feel like you've, given them something of value when you contact them. Because if somebody hasn't asked you to contact them, as a general rule, you should always, that message should always be adding value. It should not be about what you do and what you want.
It's kind of the good old, I'll use Gary Vee's philosophy, jab, 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 right hook. I mean, you give, and then you ask for something.
Exactly.
But that process of asking, you're still giving, because you're actually giving something.
But they're going to get the right hook at the event, I would imagine.
Right.
They're going to get a clean one right in the jaw.
Well, you can behave yourself.
So there you go. Look out for Reg's next workshop.
Yes.
Coming up soon.
There's a few in February. Look out for them. I'll put details somewhere on the web. Okay, I want to ask a question about video, because I know you're quite prominent on LinkedIn with video. So, a couple of questions. First of all, why do you use video, and how do you use video?
So, the reason I use video is because a third of activity online is people consuming video. So whether we like it or not, that's where people's attention is. On LinkedIn, only 1% of members, use it to create content. Very few use it effectively, and LinkedIn's algorithm love it. So we get way more engagement, way more exposure, and you can build a relationship with somebody much more than you can with writing something. Because I used to write these articles on LinkedIn; they're not as effective anymore. But I used to get thousands and thousands of views and hundreds of likes. Yeah. But I never got someone message me or see me on the street and go, oh, Nathaniel, I've seen your content, absolutely love it.
Right, yep.
That's never happened from a blog post, ever. Whereas with video, that does happen. And so you can create that emotional connection with somebody. So that's why I do it. How I use it is for my business, specifically is we use it to build likability and trust. Those are the two main things that I use it for. So it's basically branded content. So essentially, like if I'm, if you're in my target market or in my network, if you decide to contact me or I decide to contact you, I want you to like me and trust me already, and I can do that through video. There's nothing I've done on LinkedIn yet which has a call to action in it. But I will if their advertising functionality allows. Like on Facebook, for example, you can show people video ads who have watched most of your content and is very targeted. And I'd love to be able to do that on LinkedIn, but I'm not going to post to my whole network a call to action when I don't know if they're interested in that at all, because it's not. There's no established need. I really want to market to people that I know are interested in what I do, like Google ads. I do a lot of Google advertising, that sort of stuff. But what's cool about LinkedIn video is a lot of people think the value is, like 10,000 people saw it, they got 100 likes and you got 10 comments, but the value is not there. The value is in the private messages and the phone calls that you get, and people saying, we were just talking about LinkedIn training and your name came up. Or I noticed you do LinkedIn marketing. I'd love to see if you can generate leads for our business. And when I start seeing those direct messages in my inbox, that's how I measure success. And that never happened really from blog posts, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.